How are you doing? This is Marlene Motivates. So, I want to come on really quickly and do a podcast for your Wednesday and also every day of your life. Just a short coaching topic about not neglecting yourself. And we're all busy. We're all busy women, we're all busy men. We have busy lives, we have things going on. But don't neglect yourself in the process of helping others. And we'll be so busy supporting friends, family, everybody but ourselves. So, first off, we have to think about what we want. Think about what you want in this life and then go for it. Give yourself the permission to go for your dreams. Go for it. Don't wait for the perfect opportunity because that used to be a really big thing for me, always trying to make a situation perfect. And sometimes it just not may not be a perfect situation for you. It may not show up how you want it to be. It may appear to not be the best time. But there's no time like the present. If something is on your mind, if you have a goal, if you have a dream, go for it and do things a little bit at a time. That's how we avoid feeling overwhelmed, overstressed, is doing a little at a time, breaking it up, breaking the monotony, breaking the thinking that it has to look and be a certain way and you have to have a certain level of support. Look, motivators, you are not going to have support from everybody. And especially, you're not going to get support from people who you support. And that's some real talk right there. We sit around and we are expecting to get support from certain individuals. And guess what? It's never going to come. If somebody wants to support you, they will. And because they have made a decision to always be busy, always make excuses, or they may only want you to support them and they are never going to support you. So, knowing that with all of the information, knowing who supports you, knowing who likes you, knowing when a person's energy is off, you have to take all of that information and do something with it. Don't neglect yourself. And I see it so often, ladies neglecting themselves because of their children, because of a spouse, because of a boyfriend, because of a job, because of something from the past, and allow yourself to not move on with your life and to have your own dreams. And the same thing with my male motivators. You as well. I encourage ladies and gentlemen to not neglect your dreams. Life is way too short to hold yourself back from living your best life. So I just wanted to encourage every single one of you. Hey, Leonica. I wanted to encourage every single one of you to go for your dreams. Go for your hopes. It does not matter your age. You could be 90 years old and have a dream. You could be whatever. You could be 15 years old and have a dream. Listen, if your family, if your friends or the people that you know or associate with are not on board with your dreams and your goals, that's okay. And that is something that I personally had to learn. Everybody isn't going to like your dreams, is not going to be on board with those dreams, will not support. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't go for it and go for your dreams and go for your goals as well. Now, I know that it's frustrating because we support people, we love people, we're here for people. And when you don't receive it back, it's difficult, it's tough, right? But don't neglect going for your goals. Especially I say, ladies and gentlemen, take care of your health. Do not neglect yourself because you feel you're too busy. Oh, I'm too busy working. I'm too busy taking care of my kids. I'm too busy with my spouse. I'm too busy with a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or I'm just too busy in general. But that's one of the excuses that we make in this life. We make excuses for things that we don't want to do. Now, that is real transparency and real awareness. We have to be self-aware. We stop ourselves from doing things because we don't believe that we can do it. Now, here is your encouragement, your applause to do it anyways. Push through all of your fears, your worry, your anxiety, what somebody may say, who doesn't like it, who doesn't support it. Push through anyways. Don't neglect your dreams because they're not somebody else's. I can't tell you how long it took me to be in the space to where I could tell myself, that I could convince myself that even if my relative, even if my friend, even if this person or that person is not on board with my dreams, I shouldn't neglect them. So, is there something that you want to do in your life? Is there some place you want to go, you want to travel? Or maybe you want to get some education? Or you want to start fresh? Maybe you want to move. There's nothing that you can't do. Do not neglect yourself. And I add in that, don't neglect your dreams because of what another individual may say. See, I know about being in that space of stopping your goals and your dreams, maybe because of your financial situation, or stopping your goals because of a romantic relationship, or stopping your goals because you have to be a caregiver or something like that. I understand life happens, and when we're adults, we just have to make decisions. But sometimes, motivators, we're not making good decisions for ourselves. While we help and while we support others, we also have to support ourselves. Okay? When you love yourself, you have to be willing to make application to your own self. So, how often are you putting in the work into you? Putting on your own oxygen mask and giving yourself the permission to be great, giving yourself the permission to restart. And that is one thing about Marlene. I get discouraged because I'm a human being, and I know the same thing for my motivators family. We get discouraged. We feel sometimes that maybe life isn't going the way we want it to because of certain challenges. And every single human being, every single man and woman has challenges. But don't let life's challenges, problems, and trauma stop you from living your life. I know what that feels like. I know what it feels like to have this burning desire from within to do something, but not getting the support, not getting the love, not getting the encouragement that you want. You kind of give up on it. You give up on yourself. You give up on your dreams. And I want to encourage you to not do that. Don't hold back from your dreams and your goals just because of somebody else. There's always going to be somebody who will thumbs down your dreams, thumbs down your goals, or say negative things. There's always going to be negative Nancys and trolls and haters and jealous people. But don't let how somebody chooses to live their life or what another person's opinion of you and what your life should be stop you from living your life. Yes, this is the time, and the time is today to get up and to give yourself a pat on the back. You know, people don't talk about this enough, and giving ourselves the permission to have a change of mind, have a change of heart, a change of circumstance, and restarting, resetting. And so often I will be so tough on myself. And I know many of the motivators family, we can be so tough on ourselves. We can be our own worst critic. We can support and encourage other people, but when it comes to us, we don't support and encourage ourselves. So I wanted to say to the motivators family, give yourself the permission to reset. Reset your mind, reset your goals, reset your dreams, and give yourself the permission to get up and fight over and over and over and over again until you win. You never can give yourself too many chances, too many, um, you know, um, the permission to forgive yourself as many times as you need. Forgive yourself over and over again. As many times as you need to rework the plan, rework it. As many times as you need to restart, restart. As many times as you are neglecting your mental health, forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for everything that you haven't done for yourself, and tell yourself, I know that it's not okay. I know that I have been neglecting me and not doing X, Y, and Z, but I'm going to do it now. And then do it. You know, most of the time when we have not been doing what we need to do for ourselves, is because we have not made an effective plan, a plan that is reasonable and attainable. So if you are taking notes right now, put that down on a paper. I will make reasonable and attainable goals. I will go after my goals and my dreams. There's nothing that I can't achieve, okay? So first off, when you're making a reasonable and an attainable goal, I want you to think about what you want to do. And it's important in this time of making a goal. Is it a short-term goal or is it a long-term goal? After that, give yourself a time period. Is this going to be a 30-day goal, 60 days, 90 days, 1 year? You have to give yourself a timeline. And why that's important in going for a goal, if you don't give yourself a time period, you'll kind of get lax. You kind of get comfortable. You think, oh, I'll get to it when I get to it. No, you have to give yourself a specific time. Specific is important. Why? Because when you know that I'm only giving myself this period of time, it gets you moving, it gets you excited, and it gives you something like a carrot, like something to look forward to. And I will tell you all something, that if I do not give myself a timeline, a certain amount of days, and giving myself the permission to say, I deserve to have this goal. This is something for me. And to all the ladies and all my gentlemen, motivators family, you deserve to have something that's just for you. As adults, there's not a lot of things that we give ourselves, you know? We'll give of our time, our energy, our effort to others, but are we giving to ourselves time? Time to learn, time to grow, time to heal. And that is something that I know that I neglect from time to time, but then I take a step back and I reset and I mindset shift and I forgive myself and tell myself that it is going to be okay. I give you the permission to reset, to restart, and to go for this goal and this dream. It's never too late, okay? It's never too late. You've never gone too far, and you have hope. And this is something that I wanted to say to all of my motivators family. There is hope for you, even when others are not supporting your hopes or dreams. You need to support your hopes and dreams, and you need to tell yourself that I support me, and I love me, and I believe in myself. So find some things that you want to do, and then go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Don't wait. Today is the moment, and it's the time. It's the time for you to go for it. It's the time for you to go for your dreams and go for your goals. If you don't get excited about your life, if you don't put your own oxygen mask and go for your goals and your dreams, nobody else will. Okay? And that is something that I keep in the forefront of my mind, that it's okay for me to have my own goals separate from everybody in my life. You need to have your own dreams. You need to have something that you're going for and trying to achieve that is outside of friends, family, and partner. Okay? And this as well. Don't forget, when we talk about our life, give yourself the permission to grieve, to be sad, to say whatever happened to you, that was messed up. I got the short end of the stick. I got a raw deal. And then let yourself do whatever you need to do so that you can navigate through that time period. Give yourself the permission to cry, to scream, to yell, to journal, to get help with it. If you need to see a therapist, a life coach, and get a mentor. But we have to do what we need to do so that we can be well. Whether it's also if you pour into yourself spiritually, but do all of the said things that you need to do so that you can be all right. Okay. And we have one more point, and then we are going to get out of here. So do not neglect yourself when it comes to your health. Make sure you're going to your doctor's visits and checking on you and really getting the results so you can know how you're doing. I know a lot of times we'll say, oh, I'm doing okay, just because you may feel okay. There may be some lingering things going on, that maybe your blood pressure is elevated, or maybe you have things going on that maybe it's not something you can feel. But when you get that results, for those lab results, and hearing from your doctor and what they think will help you, it's good for us, because nobody is more important than us. Remember, putting on your oxygen mask, taking care of yourself. And I get it, because I definitely am not a person that I enjoy going to see a doctor, but I know that it's necessary, because I am important and I love myself and I'm my own best friend, and nobody is going to advocate for me but me. So do sometimes some of those uncomfortable things. And that's one of the things that many of us do. We neglect ourselves, and especially we neglect our health, going to see our doctor, going to do those uncomfortable things, getting the pap smears, or for my male chat family, going get a prostate exam, checking your eyes, getting your vision test, and getting your lab work, and mammogram, all of the tests to make sure that we are okay and well. And the last thing that I want to say to my motivators family before we get out of here, do not neglect everything that you feel. Sometimes we push how we're feeling to the background because we're adults and we got things to do and we have business to handle. But don't ignore some of those lingering things, okay? If you're having a struggle with something in your life, don't forget to lean on the people who really care about you and love you. Talk about how you feel. And I know that you can't talk about how you feel with everyone, but talk about how you feel with people that listen to you, that pour into you, that encourage you, that will support you spiritually, emotionally, and physically. I want you to know that you are enough, you are capable, and you're special. But you first have to believe that. So don't neglect yourself and never stop pouring into yourself. Know that you are enough and you are capable. I'm Marlene Motivates. I am your life coach for mindset shifting, positivity, and healing your inner child. I appreciate everybody and their support. Don't neglect yourself. Do something for you today and every day because you are enough. I'm Marlene Motivates, your life coach. And thank you so much if you've been here live. I appreciate you. If you're in the replay, make sure to hit the like, to subscribe, and leave me a comment below. And I will definitely see you on the next one.